everyone. I'm Russell Sunnygold here with the Native News and Events podcast. Joining me today is Crosswinds News co-founder Brittany Harlow. Today, we are pleased to present our full podcast pilot episode with multiple segments, including cultural events, news headlines, ways to get involved, and community member spotlight.
We've really enjoyed creating this podcast over the last couple of months because we believe it's beneficial to our communities across Indian country and want to help people find ways to get involved and be informed about the latest news and events.
We've got a lot of cultural events happening in July. This weekend, the month will start off strong with the 80th annual Pawnee Veterans Homecoming. The event starts Thursday at Moe's Yellow Horse Field and goes through Sunday. There will be dance contests all weekend, as well as games including horseshoe, basketball, and cornhole. The Quapaw Nation will also be having the 154th Quapaw Nation Powwow from July 2nd through 5th. There will be an intertribal dancing all weekend, as well as an opportunity to visit different vendors. The event will take place at Beaver Springs Park on the Quapaw Powwow grounds.
The weekend of July 17th to July 19th, the Comanche Nation will host their homecoming powwow. In addition to dancing and singing, elders and veterans will be honored. Contests and special contests will be announced soon. And of course, later on in the month, on July 25th and 26th, the Tulsa Indian Club will host the 74th annual Tulsa Powwow at Arvis Convention Center. There'll be gourd dancing as well as grand entry and intertribal contests. There will also be a farewell to the current Tulsa Powwow princess, Madison Gale Big Horse, and the new princess will be welcomed.
If you're looking for something fun for your kids, the Muskogee Nation Health Promotion and Wellness Program is hosting 5 different 2-day summer youth camps. The best part, it's free for American Indian youth between the ages of 10 and 15, but registration is required. There will be traditional games, archery games, and a field trip to the water park. This event, the other community events mentioned, and more can all be found online on the Crosswinds calendar. Now, we're going to go through some of the top news stories and headlines from around Indian country. All around the United States, 250th birthday celebrations have already started, but how do all of these events and celebrations land with Native people? On July 2nd, Indian Country Today will be hosting Merciless Indian Savages, America 250 Through an Indigenous Lens on Facebook Live. There will be a discussion about the impact of the country's founding and what tribal sovereignty looks like today.
First America, a podcast hosted by Rebecca Nagel, also recently launched. The podcast will have 6 episodes. The first episode dove into how the quest for native land drove the American Revolution. June 25th was a monumental day in American Indian history as it marked the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Greasy Grass, also known as the Battle of Little Bighorn. Thousands of people riding on horses gathered at the Little Bighorn National Monument on the 25th and 26th to remember one of the most important military battles in history, one in which the Lakota, Northern Cheyenne, and Arapaho, led by prominent Chief Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse, defeated the U.S. General George Custer. And Oklahoma will elect a new governor in November. June was primary election month in Oklahoma. Republican Attorney General Gutner Drummond and Republican Mike Mazzei came in at the top and will participate in a runoff election on August 25th. The winner of that election will face Democrat Cindy Munson in November.
Drummond has spoken at American Indian Chamber of Commerce of Oklahoma events and committed to working with tribes. During a forum with other Republican candidates earlier this year, Mazzei spoke about how he would work with tribal nations if elected, saying, "There are some difficult, complex issues to negotiate, but it is far better to negotiate than it is to litigate." Mazzei is also backed by Trump and is known for supporting the Inola smelter. In other news, Crosswinds is pleased to have a great turnout for our collaborative Native American Community Center listening session on June 24th. It was great to be able to share results from a survey we conducted earlier this year to hear more from community members about what they want in a Native American Community Center in Tulsa. Congratulations to Oklahoma actor Dukon Harris, who can soon be seen portraying legendary Sac and Fox athlete Jim Thorpe in the new documentary Jim Thorpe Lit by Lightning, coming to Netflix on July 13. Harris, who is from Stroud in Apache, Oklahoma, recently shared his excitement on social media, calling the opportunity a dream come true and encouraging others to keep believing in themselves and dreaming big.
Finally, we're about 3 months away from the Indigenous Roots Community Summit. It will take place between October 2nd and October 4th along Peoria Ave in Tulsa. We've opened up a sign-up link for proposals for people interested in hosting a session or presenting. You can find the details on our website, crosswindsnews.net. If you're looking for ways to get involved and interact more with local or tribal leadership, there are plenty of opportunities to do that in July. On July 11th, the Osage Nation will host the inauguration for recently elected officials at the Osage Casino and Hotel in Tulsa. All constituents and community members are invited to the event that will begin at 10 a.m. Joe Tillman will be sworn in as Principal Chief, and John Shaw will be sworn in as Assistant Chief. The Tulsa Arts Commission meeting will take place on July 13th. These meetings take place every month on the second Monday and are open to the public, and they're always held at City Hall.
The Tulsa Indian Club will have their monthly membership meeting on July 15th this month instead of the usual fourth Wednesday of the month. This is so that final preparation and arrangements for the Tulsa Indian Club powwow can be discussed. The meeting will take place at the Zorro Library. And the Greater Tulsa Area Indian Affairs Commission meeting will be Tuesday, July 21st from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. at Tulsa City Hall. These meetings are important ways that you can interact with leadership and find out more about what's going on in the community. We're looking forward to highlighting Chef Nico Williams, the founder and president of Burning Cedar Sovereign Wellness, on the next episode of the Talking Winds podcast next week. Chef Nico has a passion for serving the Native American community through food, as well as a gathering space for several community events for Indigenous relatives each month.
All right, let's hear a clip.
We're here to address socioeconomic disparities, health disparities, and cultural disconnection in the urban Native community in Tulsa. So basically, we want our people in the Native community to live happier, healthier lives by reconnecting with culture and reconnecting to the land. Because we can see that a lot of the issues that we have that lead to lower quality of life in our communities, that lead to struggles that we have, physical health, mental health, substance abuse, domestic abuse, all of the different trauma responses that we see are all from us being disconnected from our relationship with the land and our ecosystem. And a lot of that ties back to our food systems and our systems of community, And so by trying to build community and reconnect people to one another, and also to healthy food and the land and traditional wellness practices, that's all ways that we can just improve health outcomes and improve quality of life for our community. And that's what we're all about.
The full interview with Chef Nico will air next week on the Talking Winds podcast. We would love to have in-depth conversations with more Native community members on the Talking Winds podcast. If you think there is someone we should interview, please reach out to us.
When the Native News and Events podcast resumes, we want to hear more from you. We'd love to have you send your community member shout outs that can be aired on the podcast. These shout outs can be about news, events happening in the community, or shout out about another Native American community member. Even congratulations and happy birthday to fellow community members. We want them all. So they can be texted to 918-808-4934. And they can also be emailed to us at admin@crosswindsnews.net. So we hope to hear your voice in the community member shout out segment coming soon.
Thank you all for supporting testing of the Native News and Events podcast. We are going to take a brief hiatus, but we will be back soon. We appreciate the feedback we have received from our focus group participants that have helped improve the podcast in each segment. If you've enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts so you'll be the first to know when Native News and Events returns. We'd also love your feedback as we continue improving the podcast. Leave us a comment on YouTube or send us a message on social media or by email at admin@crosswindsnews.net. Your ideas and suggestions will help shape future episodes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. We appreciate it.
See you next time.
Bye.